It was a phone call that froze time for Carrie Needham. 33 years after her toddler son, Ben, vanished without a trace on the Greek island of Kos, a stranger's voice echoed across the line. "I believe I am your son. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel." The man, speaking in calm but faltering English, introduced himself as living in Denmark. He had grown up never knowing his biological family, only fragments of stories, whispers, and inconsistencies that gnawed at him with age. After years of unanswered questions, he had come across Ben Needham's case, the boy lost in 1991, and saw in himself uncanny similarities. For Carrie, who has spent decades clawing through dead ends, hoaxes, and heartache, the possibility that this man might truly be her Ben was both a glimmer of hope and a brutal reopening of old wounds. DNA tests have now been set in motion, but the wait is excruciating. A lifetime of searching. Ben Needham was just 21 months old when he disappeared while playing near his grandparents' farmhouse on Kos. His mother, Carrie, was only 19, balancing young motherhood with the chaos of life abroad. In an instant, her boy was gone. The Greek authorities treated it initially as a missing child case. But as weeks stretched into months, suspicions grew. Was Ben abducted? Did he wander off? Was there a tragic accident that was covered up? Over the decades, detectives chased countless leads. Alleged sightings in Cyprus, mainland Greece, and even further afield fueled hope, only to collapse under scrutiny. In 2012, British police launched Operation Ben, scouring farmland and interviewing locals. Years later, a grim theory emerged. Ben may have died in an accident involving a digger near the farmhouse, his tiny body lost beneath rubble. But no remains were ever found. Carrie never stopped believing her son might be alive. The Danish claim. The latest twist came quietly. A 33-year-old Danish man contacted Carrie after years of his own investigation. According to him, details of his upbringing didn't add up, his early childhood memories were blurred, and paperwork around his adoption seemed inconsistent. When he stumbled upon photos of Ben Needham, he felt an instant recognition. "He said something in his heart told him he belonged to me," Carrie shared. "I've had many cruel hoaxes before, but something about this felt different." The man has agreed to DNA testing. But the process isn't swift. International samples, coordination with authorities, and the weight of accuracy all take time. For Carrie, each day waiting for results feels like reliving that July afternoon in 1991 when her son vanished. Hope and caution. The Needham family has been through this before. Over the years, several individuals have claimed to be Ben, seeking answers, attention, or sometimes exploiting the family's grief. Each false lead has left scars. This time, Carrie is cautious. "I can't let myself believe until the results are there. Hope can lift you up, but when it's dashed, it destroys you all over again," she admitted. Yet privately, she confessed the man's photographs left her shaken. "He has the same eyes. There's something in his face, something that reminds me of my Ben." A message to Jay Slater's family. As she waits, Carrie has turned her thoughts outward, to another grieving family now thrust into a nightmare of uncertainty. The family of 19-year-old Jay Slater, who vanished in Tenerife earlier this summer, has endured a torrent of speculation, online sleuthing, and cruel trolling while desperately searching for answers. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Carrie, who has lived through the same cycle of public scrutiny, has issued a heartfelt warning. "Don't let the noise drown out your own instincts," she urged Jay's mother, Debbie. "People will speculate, accuse, even mock. I've had strangers send me lies for sport. But only you know your boy. Hold on to that." She also spoke about the long shadow such cases cast. This doesn't end when the headlines fade. It becomes a lifelong fight. You live every day in two worlds, the one where you keep going and the one where you never stop searching. Living in limbo. For families of the missing, limbo is the cruelest state. There is no closure, no peace. Every phone call can be hope or heartbreak. Every stranger's face can spark recognition. Every lead can reignite grief. For Carrie, the Danish man's claim has reopened a door she has never fully closed. Nights are restless, filled with what-ifs. Days are heavy, balanced between wanting to believe and fearing disappointment. I still set an extra place in my heart, she whispered. Even after all these years, Ben is always with me. If this man truly is him, it would mean everything. But if not, the search goes on. The weight of waiting. Waiting for DNA results can take weeks, sometimes months. Each stage, collection, shipment, testing, verification, moves slowly under the weight of accuracy. For Carrie, every delay feels cruel. She has already imagined both outcomes. If the man is Ben, she envisions a reunion filled with tears, apologies for lost years, and the chance to finally hold her boy again. If he is not, she steels herself for another shattering blow, yet another reminder that her son remains lost. It's not just about answers, she said. It's about truth. I need to know, one way or another. The online storm. As news of the claim spread, online communities lit up. Some expressed hope, others skepticism. But as with Jay Slater's case, trolls quickly descended. Conspiracy theories flourished. Some suggested the man was an opportunist seeking attention. Others speculated wildly about trafficking rings or cover-ups. Carrie, battle-hardened after years of such cruelty, has tried to tune it out, but admits it takes a toll. People forget we're human. They forget Ben was real. A little boy with a smile, a laugh, a family who love him. It's not a story for entertainment. It's our lives. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Parallels across decades. The haunting parallels between Ben's case and Jay Slater's strike Carrie deeply. Both young, both vanished abroad, both families left to endure a storm of speculation. Both clinging to fragments of hope in a world that often seems indifferent. Back then, we didn't have social media, Carrie reflected. Now, families like Jay's are thrown to the wolves instantly. I want them to know, it doesn't matter what strangers say. All that matters is holding on to love and truth. If the DNA matches, if the Danish man is confirmed to be Ben, it will be one of the most extraordinary reunions in modern history. A child thought lost to tragedy, returned after 3 decades. The implications would ripple globally. Questions would erupt. Where has he been? Who raised him? Why was he never found? How did he end up in Denmark? Authorities would launch fresh investigations, peeling back decades of mystery. For Carrie, none of that matters as much as the simplest truth. If it's him, I don't care where he's been. I just want to tell him I never stopped looking. That I love him. That he was never forgotten. If the DNA does not match, if the results come back negative, Carrie will face another heartbreak. But she insists she will not give up. I've lived 33 years without answers. I can live more. I'll never stop hoping, never stop searching. She knows the cycle well: hope, doubt, waiting, disappointment. And yet, she continues, because to stop searching would be to lose Ben twice. A universal message. In her latest public statement, Carrie addressed not just Jay Slater's family, but all families of the missing. Never let anyone tell you to move on. You don't move on, you move forward. Your child is always with you, whether in your arms or in your heart. And the world needs to remember. Behind every headline, there is a mother's love that never dies. Conclusion: the longest wait. As autumn begins, Carrie Needham waits in her quiet home, a phone always within reach. Somewhere in Denmark, a man waits too, perhaps daring to believe he might soon know his true identity. Between them lies a test tube, a swab of cells, and the possibility of rewriting history. Whether the DNA binds them together or not, one truth remains unshakable. Carrie's love for Ben endures across decades, across continents, across every cruel twist of fate. And in her warning to Jay Slater's family, she offers not just advice, but a lifeline born from unimaginable endurance. Hold on, even when the world tells you to let go. Because sometimes, the answers do come, though they take a lifetime to arrive. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.